Members, we're going right now directly to discussion. So I am going to open the discussion, starting with my Vice Chair, Governor Coons.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, it was an interesting, you just wanted to have general conversation.
Right.
Interesting day. I think we were presented with 4 outstanding candidates, but 4 very different candidates. And as I listened to each one of them, I was trying to assess how good of a fit each would be. I think each could actually do the job. I'm really encouraged. To me, it helps it validates who we are as a system, who we are as a state, to receive such high quality applicants from all over the country. And so while I am impressed with all of them, I actually have a bias towards one. I don't know if you want to get to that at this point, but or if you just have some general conversation.
Let's just. I heard.
Okay.
Let's just have and then I open up to who your favorite is, and then we'll take votes and make motions.
In summary, I would say I think all 4 were really good. I think all 4 could do the job. I think that they all were prepared. One of the things when I'm interviewing somebody, you want to make sure they've actually done a little homework and they learned about us, and I thought all of them had done
so
that.
If I understand it, you have one favorite.
Yes, sir.
And I'm hoping that to get there, because our hope is to take one person to the board, and not to go through another round of interviews, if that's possible. If not, we will.
I'll wait and go through the process, but in my opinion, one of the 4 clearly distinguished himself as the person who I would select.
Great. And then we go to Dr. Chopra.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I won't repeat what Governor Coons said, except to thank Randy and Minoka for an outstanding first round. I think
Absolutely.
we were able to harness some very good talent that's out there, not just nationally, but internationally. And as Tom said, they are all very different. And so it was an interesting conversation with each one of them, and I tried to make my questions a little bit more towards them, try to bring out their own individual uniqueness. In the end, I do have a favorite, but I think overall I'm very pleased with the pool that we've heard from today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, well, it was a great afternoon and a great day. I think we covered a lot of territory. I again also want to puppet what everyone else has said. You did a great job putting us on target, and Minoka, you did too, and I say thank you. We did have a lot of great candidates with totally different backgrounds, both academic as well as experiential backgrounds. I think that some of them, not all of them, could probably serve in this role. But I do have one that I think really would be the right person at this time for our system, considering where we are today. So I think we did a good job. We didn't have to hire a search firm, but it was an enjoyable
Actually, the
day.
news is that the money we will spend on the search firm, and they're going to send that money divided among 4 of us.
Well, we had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks. That's for sure.
I won't repeat this again. Our staff and have done just a great job, and we're very lucky. We have such a great system. I am sure there's many areas that we can work on. We have a great system, and for that reason, we had huge number of applicants, and we have a great pool. The 4 people came before us today. They are very qualified, extremely qualified. And I am like you. I do have a choice, but I won't say it. And I probably turn it to our most senior member now.
That's true. You and I are. We're the senior
to say
members.
what her wish is to make a motion and to see if that would work. If it doesn't, then we'll make another motion. And so we go through the process and to see if we have clearly one person. But to me, there is clearly one person here that can do the job. And maybe I'm being selfish. I think this person can be a huge help in bringing the House and Senate, the governor's office, and our board of governors together. We be able to work with the legislators and be able to work with our universities and the trustees. And so I am confident that the next Chancellor will do a great job to take us forward. So with that, I turn it to Governor Frost to tell us, and if she would like to make a motion.
I would, Mr. Chairman. We did have a great group that we listened to today, but from my point of view, I think the person that is the candidate, that should be the candidate for the next position as Chancellor of our system, is someone who can and will make a difference into where we will be going. And I personally feel like I would like to recommend Marshall Kreiser to be the next Chancellor of our system. I just feel that he understands our system, he's worked with our system, he understands all aspects of the system. He's been part of Florida and part of the system. So he would be my choice, and I'd like to make the motion that he should be considered by the rest of this board, and then we take it then to our total board when we do meet.
So we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman, and I think Marshall is, he's lived so much he's a resident of the state of Florida. He understands the challenges we face. I would also say it's our state's time now. It's our system's time. It's all of our universities' time to not only continue to excel, but go to the next level. And I'm really confident with the staff we have, with the universities we have, and with a chancellor that I think Marshall Kreiser would be, that it truly is our time now to take this to the next level. So I would second the motion.
So since we have a motion and a second, there will be a vote taken. And so I'm opening it for discussion, and I'm going to go directly to Dr. Chopra.
Mr. Chairman, I found all four to be very acceptable. I was surprised by the quality of my second and third choice, which were Bruce Raffert and Jim Purcell. However, I strongly agree that the time is right for a leader for our system like Marshall Kreiser. So I have full support for that motion.
Well, so we have a motion and a second, and we have discussion, and our faculty representative strongly support this, and you have no idea how happy that makes me.
Were you worried about me, Mr. Chairman?
Worried about you? What I am pleased is that this group, all four of us, thinking of the same person, and it's wonderful. And I totally agree with all of you. We have a great choice, and so we're going to take a motion, which is a motion and second, take a vote. That what you think is that we are going to take Marshall Kreiser as a recommendation to the full board to become the next Chancellor of University System. So with that, I'm just going to, if you can hold on 1 second, we have, we're getting ready to take a motion. We need to take this vote, and then we'll open it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Is there anyone on the phone? Alan?
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to add, and I think Dr. Chopra said it well, I've observed Marshall in his interactions with faculty, and he pays enormous amount of respect to the input of the faculty, and I think that the faculty throughout the state are going to be extremely well served by him. The only reluctance I have is, and I think maybe it ought to have been an amendment onto the motion, that he's going to be required to wear garnet and gold when FSU goes to the national championship.
Have to be completely neutral colors for his entire period of stay.
That's going to be painful. That by itself is going to be painful. So,
Mr. Chairman, you did a great job.
well, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
No, thank you.
And
Thank
thank
you
all of
for
you.
all of you are doing your job and reading all these applications and going through it. And I tell you, I was so impressed with all of your questions. You all did your homework, and we thank you.